But just quickly, Tottenham are in talks with the prospective investors are reported losses of 86.8 million in their 2022-23 account, says Chairman Daniel Levy. And Spurs were held to a 1-1 draw of West Ham in the Premier League last night, live and exclusive on talkSPORT. Spurs gaffer Ange Postecoglou spoke after the game and he said he is confident his side can finish the season in the top four.
We've definitely made progress, but there's still 9 games to go, 8 games to go. So we want to finish the season strong, and we've got some good challenges ahead. You can see every game now has real meaning, not just for us, for the opposition. Every game has something in it, so it's a good little test for us to see where we're at.
Yeah, Ange Postecoglou there speaking after the 1-1 result. The first question it says here is, are Spurs letting top four slip away with results like the one yesterday? I wouldn't say it's slipping away, but I think the only disappointing thing, if you're a Spurs fan, is that the start you made going 1-0 up so quickly.
Yes.
I'm thinking, right, they're going to put their foot down and go and get the second, third. And they didn't really, other than you doggies' big chance, I can't quite remember off the top of my head too many other chances they created. So, a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, I felt that Werner, for me, wasn't the game for Werner because West Ham weren't silly. They weren't going to leave space in behind and let Johnson and Werner run them ragged. And when there's no space in behind, you see Werner struggles. He's not going to come off. He's not going to get into little pockets. The one chance that he had to cross, I think it was a Johnson's goal, was the time they had a bit of space. Yeah. But otherwise, you can see why he's been let go from certain clubs. But I don't think it was points thrown away. I think when you look at derby games, West Ham always turn up. Speaking to West Ham fans yesterday on the way to the game, we always turn up against Spurs. And they did last night. Great header from a shoulder from Zuma. But they defended so well. They got numbers back, didn't they? Similar to Arsenal did against Man City. Doubled up on the wingers. Whenever Son got the ball, there were 2 players around him. Kudos and Bowen worked their socks off.
So they had to. Where do you stand on? You said about Timo Werner. Where do you stand? Because when I was having a look at some of his stats yesterday, from 2016 to 2020, he spent a 4-year period at RB Leipzig, 127 apps, 78 goals. That's prolific. Yeah. Since then, the most he's got on a season is 9.
You see the thing about Werner, mate, and I feel that I don't think they'll make it permanent. Spurs, I feel like they needed him for 6 months, but he's just a sort of player that when he runs through on goal, he doesn't think he's going to score. Yeah, I play players on a Monday night, and I put them through, and I know they're not going to score. Yeah. They don't think they're going to score. Yeah, do you know what I mean, Ben? There's certain players. Mudryk runs through, he doesn't feel like he's going to score. Yeah. Werner runs through, he doesn't feel like he's going to score. Antonio yesterday ran through, he doesn't feel like he's going to score. Yeah. Players like you, Defoe, finishers, Harry Kane. You guys knew when you run through on goal. You're going to score. You know where you're putting it already. Yeah. Werner will be there to pass. He'll shoot and miss, cross at the wrong time, shoot wide, doesn't hit the target. So I can see why his stats are quite low.
Absolutely. All right, well, listen, we want you guys to get involved. 03717 22 33 44. Let's go and speak to Aaron, who's a Spurs fan. Aaron, how you doing?
Good evening, Aaron.
Yo, Aaron, you okay? You there? Yeah, I don't think he's there. We think we've lost Aaron. You know what? Let's try and go to Alex, who's a Tottenham fan. Alex, how you doing?
Good evening, Alex.
How you doing, guys? All right?
Not bad. How you doing? You right?
Yeah, not bad. I was over for the Luton game, and I've been over twice this year to watch matches. The first one was West Ham at home. And we know how that went.
Was that the 2-1 where Ward-Prowse at the end?
Yeah, that's right. And but at least our fans stayed till the end, unlike theirs last night. But no, I think we're missing something. I think Ange is missing something. I really do.
What do you think he's missing? What is it that you think that is not quite clicking at the minute?
Well, look, we can't knock him. None of the fans can knock him and where we are. I mean, let's face it, we've had Conte, we've had Mourinho and all of that before. And now we've got something that's going places. But for us to go to the next level, I think he's got to look at himself, how he is on the sideline. Seems very passive. Very passive manager, and some of his substitutions, like yesterday, took off Maddison, and I question it, and I think a lot of the other fans do as well. I don't know what you guys think.
Well, you know, it's a great call, Alex. And when he took Maddison off, I did think, a bit surprised. I thought Maddison was okay, but I mean, Ange, I don't think his demeanour on the sideline has got anything to do with anything. But what I do think might come into effect is the fact that they play one-way Spurs, and it's exciting to watch. Don't get me wrong, it is exciting, but it's risky because at any given time, when you've got your full-backs both really high in the space on the outside, you can get in behind them.
You know what I've heard from someone that's worked under Ange is that he's very good with his tactics and stuff on the training pitch and stuff, but he's not a man manager.
No.
He's not friendly with the players and pally. And I've noticed that in recent games, they're bringing favourites off. Some managers would be like, Maddison, you're playing till he's injured.
Yeah,
he's staying on. Do you know what I mean? You need a goal last night and you're bringing Maddison off.
Yeah.
And you're bringing on Lo Celso.
Yeah.
You know, so I think he's got that hard approach, Ange.
All right, let's quickly go to Aaron now. I think we lost him before. Aaron, you there?
Good evening, Aaron.
Yes, mate. Hello, boys. You all right?
How you doing, boss? You okay?
Yeah, not bad, thank you. Not bad.
So talk to me. What do you think then about last night's result?
Honestly, I think everyone keeps banging on this season about how good Spurs are going forwards, and we play exciting football, and the points we have. I just can't, for the life of me, understand why we can't defend. We brought Mickey van der Ven in. You've got Romero sitting next to him. You've got two decent fullbacks, and all of a sudden, we lose. We just ship goals left, right, and centre, and we seem to be shipping the same goals from corners week in, week out.
Yeah.
And we just, but for me, the coaching staff must be able to look at that, analyse it, and go, right, how do we change that? And for me, there doesn't seem to be any sort of, there's no plan B, and no one takes responsibility of us shipping goals.
Yeah. Do you know what, Aaron, right? It's one of those, and listen, great call. I question the goalkeeper on crosses. Mm-hmm. I've seen a number of times now where he gets penned in from defenders or attackers, not strong enough, looks for the foul, doesn't get it, and the ball is in the net. Yeah. Classic example last night. Antonio just backs into him, doesn't really do nothing wrong. He doesn't really do neither. Zuma gets up.
Yes.
Goal.
Weak. Yeah. But I think like that was a great call there, because it's similar to Aston Villa. You know, both Aston Villa and Spurs have conceded over 40 goals. Aston Villa 42, Spurs 44. But the top three, 27, 24, 28. Yeah. That's the difference. You know, Villa and Spurs are scoring a lot of goals. But when you're conceding so many, that's why they're not fighting for the title.
Yeah.
You know, and the top three they're better defensively. Because even last night, the goal, Van der Ven in there, Romero in there, Basuma, big guys, come and attack the ball.
Yeah.
You can't just expect to like switch off at corners and we'll score more than the opposition. No. It's not going to happen every game. That's why a lot of draws for Spurs.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.